no.
Ora Muntaka Mubarak, menene chuchen komo fa we hono. No kase a lot of the things no nenya dia boa. But almost anything say going forward no leadership will discuss how they should have been handled and what could have been done differently. Any client better to avoid a situation like this going into the future. But it looks very unfortunate. At a point in time, now Omubabe to Abano, there's secret voting, but now NDC, MPP, MPs, good one, so Mukakotwa, no more ABM, actually, penny for no. And then I know Ramuntakase, and Yadi Omobeki, as Yomo Matua Banesa, in on one case stop process, no on two different occasions. Now, the third time when I did say a crowd, minority MPs maybe a fro, a stand na a process, make also was no. Emma Rajina Poko Butu ballot box no. Ora Ibrahim Mutala, on also so stand na ye dina hotwa ban on also so the nine boa bua no go form na nya dia twaye kwa MPs no do na na kasa no de na e bebre dru baby na nkofo bimbe nkofo ya dane ntokwa se ora seven na mo MP for nsia so ka kete na one you see if Jaja or MP for I also know almost the face or honor, not just that. Ora Asuman Punya MP, Isaac Siama, or also near Muntaka. Exchanges no, I know ye dempa context was clearing. Two minority MPP MPs, Ora Canada Japan, Sansona, KP Hammond, now Utmuse, they were helping calm a lot of the tensions. They drew baby no. Non leaders Nankasa the Utmus and Adiana Geomosem, and yeah, 30 men sabons in Qua. Ora, how night Jesus so now they did not need free homicide, ne banning agitation, net threats, no wedding. In fact, me not just yet, even before the sitting, and you remember on them no. NDC MPs no occupy, speak on the right hand side. Until in Ra and you reno. Na NC one attack na hono. No more party someone no more majority no. Na I know na Madam Eslowusu ono babet na it na wo sa majority side hono no NDC MPs nintem. Na no kwatena so no. Na Simon MP and it's not be. In fact, okotwe akonya ne wona se e ma ne perform. E ma ne totna form. The mechanism and na ne bufuye na ne bufuye no. And not any breakfast while we are calling out as well. And then can also pack chair, Kunyano, or we are calling out and I now, obviously, now I mean, and just a crowd of Honoma. That they didn't call so Honoma. And son of 59 started. One of the very disturbing thing, any military for no Honoma, fully armed, Omukru you as is a helmet, very unprecedented. Me who be this our parliament. Standing orders now. Very categorical say in terms of enforcing law and order or if you no, it's supposed to be the marshal and security operatives or more office of the marshal, or somewhere. The number of them who are police people, but mainly almost plain clothes security people are or more pretty or in fact the current marshal and the deputy they are both retired military officers. Standing what I think very clear, say, the Obi a Pinte or Timberlin now per se would be or bring the order. What we use in Marshall on the presence of Parliament there, it be outside and around the Obi is the police for. It never happened, say, BBS was chamber. Now you're free. Even police force or Mamma Pata. Usually, a cordian office never but this time around, no. Armed military people are almost you, almost share a chair, a bimaster mark, any idea number racking, but hope break. And in Finfi Honum now, a higher open area, no, almost occupy Honum. And essentially, the idea of to intimidate a minority MPs, no, NDC MPs, no. Because on by no mama you be the young buy and it's on baby snake na honum say MP people who say aba na kwa kwa you to say din sembulu mi enche bibita na minority for no so NDC for no almost me am from minority it is a man of ma mo panche me NDP MPs ne so say any ade omo show omo ben omo to war songs ne ade omo to national anthem no eba big now omo so a na we train na we ya train na we piano young na we ya piano to have for 30 minutes and sana omo de omo buy no omo osha omo out and sana processes no resume eventually. In fact, omo take a break for more than an hour. And my leadership any class no confer and sana omo back about be resume process. You know, na you ma be any the course in parliament.
Wunana owo na eden na onso ti free Ghana for ho ene de esi ye no because momo de mu hu me de hwe no you can say be hwe say bia Facebook na TV so but eden mfuni na wote de na Ghana for e kan na omo so ma te say Ghana for disappointed e won behavior ni mu
so only omo to train command in fact both sides meaning omo to mu ne send your man e course na enyen but as usual politicians they blame game na omo so MPP for next and NDP for na nkanko butu ballot box ne ballot stand na anka your friend saying military for them back NDP for no say chamber nim there MPs dia omo ye niema omo anga so omo be calm me down no more resolve your differences into no this is not something nanka listen KC I'm going to say Ghanaians are disappointed, but blame game na ekoso. Now the height of the disappointment, the actions of Ura Carlos Ahinkra, our MP for Temawe, Obekaya, almost two abani ya, almost ballot papers now, almost kind of, and now Ura Carlos Ahinkra. It's I'm kind ya na said there. I clear say Professor Michael Kwedi in Kukono. And Obabe na who said you all shed the personal. And ballot papers na ye or Bagbendiano or free Clark Nielsen. And no did Dimrikana or PF chamber hono. Until you say where snatching of ballot papers and of course send you can say yeah and Kofubi Kaya and your money polling centers no. They're not dim make econo and our NDP MPs no including Muntaka Mubarak with dim make dinechi and almost just before so exited chamber no and almost finish
Joseph hold on kakra I was now ko Facebook the can now so share proceedings the course so a home funi videos in the day HR show no mebusa efa Carlos Ahinkra de no Willie mebacho fa Carlos de ne to so emra no ne mintimi nka se oni majority speakers majority leader okay leader one of the leader MPP leader in parliament he said yes ane was like ana just nya san is here enti MPP leader in parliament enye majority nem MPP leader in parliament there be me pede no o say chimensa edi enkomo no because Joseph video na ye hu minim so hu bia o share time before send na Carlos ekofa ballot papers no ne honorable say chimensa edi enkomo and people are asking say the Carlos ye honorable ne man sa chance na because video ni just oni di nkomo wie ye bandit de okana na opamo the other end na no kofa sa ballot paper meaning so one video ni bia
in fact me the imagine me na me watimba oba imagine back no na no ye time akoko gina ballot baby am mo kind ballot ne ho no but say before that no rural settlements about in 10 dia obin mean trend common but one other key reaction I'm observing over or cheap papers now not did me care for rural senior master our deputy leader for the MPP side no the reaction looks so that that's why I disappointed kaka now said the obisa no say oh now we there Danny I said yeah or Pijan and I back or the nine ball for my or Pijan and sa he there was some form of frustration on the name even after who said Ora Carlos Ahinkra papa fasa ballot papers. No, we've all been trying to get Mr. Hinkra. Near Bisan said, then pan a can, and then the man with some motivation not to do that. Yen sentiment Kano, we were told that he was going to address the media after sitting, but eventually there was one battle. So, it looks like very worrying development. Minority for no say this is something after someone swearing president Nanyema Tetela leadership a bit massive to review all of these incidents and then come to a decision on how to address it appropriately.
All right, Joseph Nyami Inshra. Now, before then, no, unim dio Osman say military asra for them brahwana.
So there are a lot of allegations going around, particularly from the side of the NDC. Amopache say, Ora Dominic Nitu, Minister for Defense. Well, former Minister for Defense, because as at Inrana today and the mandate I expired. Sansona. Again, the indication is that one of the names that they are mentioning is Abuji Nafo, and our former Deputy Chief of Staff at the Presidency, our MP currently for Damongo. Omuna, the fingers are being pointed out, allegedly. But the bit about Dominic Niti will know is very forceful because the claim is these men couldn't have actually moved in without someone like that commanding him. And a lot of the majority MPs, including Omami Bomudin, were the ones directing them as to where they should go and where they should take a stand, which is a very worrying development. Indeed, we know for certain that this request for military did not come from a marshal in the office. I'm going to take charge of security for Parliament. And again, it didn't come from the police team now. Or handle security issues around Parliament. Those we are almost certain of that. And let me say, earlier, they didn't start. There was an attempt by Chief Superintendent Kutio Fori, our Greater Accra Regional Police Command, Operations Commander, to enter the chamber with some armed men. They are normally police people. But one way or the other, the commander of the Parliamentary Protection Unit, A.F. Freeman-Tete, more like pushed back and then insisted that things can be handled quickly. Then what they cried, and then we saw what unfolded. Military for any Borema, MPs, directly or more on where they should go. But just around that time, there were a number of senior security people who feel on them. Interior Minister Ambusderi, also your MP. No, Dominic Nitu, no, so Honum. In fact, National Security Minister, I don't know the only MP, Albert Kandapa, no, so was Simbaho when all of that incident unfolded. These are the people that some of the minority MPs are pointing fingers at.
Joseph, yeah, that's it. Yamisha.
Yeah, that's it.
Parliamentary correspondent near Netritry and Common. Earlier, no, the Okano kind was this say no NDC for say majority into so any majority, any minority behind. He say it is a Yatwa DNA and Sana. You decide on who is what.
Okay, it's in the standing orders, it talks about having two caucuses our parliament. It is a
majority caucus
and the minority caucus. Into where previous years, let's say be 2000 elections, 2004, yenya CPP so omunye seat or parliament, yenya PNC so omunye be NDC na MPP no. What happened then say NPP would always form the majority caucus. Minority parties, you decide baby alcohol into no more from minority caucus. But this time, there is no majority. There is no majority. The entire NDC for no koye, omukotena speaker and send and say always majority caucus according to the standing orders and then a speaker and send
yeah.
But NDC according to official gazetted results by Electoral Commission 137 seats. NPP were 137 and an independent candidate year one. It is also ye party bia or forming majority caucus. It is say omutuaba a speaker omutu abayi speaker ni wia na speaker na be swear members of parliament no enso into office ye wie ni nyina no na independent candidate no akoka kire speaker say of the majority or minority or party ni mienu no aha na me pese me align enya aha na me pese me ko immediately obeka say party we na me ko join no obeye professor wayo say ni die ni bi obey abdicate ni seat na akoye by election but obeka say me pese me align with the NPP caucus said the waka no automatically no then it means say caucus na MPP wono ebeba be 138 na chese aba be majority caucus.
Okay.
Na caucus na NDC wono abaye 137. It will repair the standing orders in the any near Ora Esiama Aka, who is now Sesia no second deputy speaker noa. Okase obe aligning with MPP caucus noa. Ebe mo 138 into NPP and ebe majority caucus our parliament
say dear SCA a wo hwe a ono so be join MPP na MPP NDC formum and sa nominate no would you say enkasese bi ko akire and right now no na dwe no enye concrete sa ma MPP ana
man baby I want to say on say initially no what the NDC proposed and say answer no mo ko ho no MPP de na yetete no inframam say Omube nominate Ora Joe Seusu for first deputy speaker.
Okay.
Na NDC so ayo imagine so omode Ora Dominic Ayine former deputy attorney general ko. After Abansuman Kingsford Babin winning no. Who's that? Carlos Ahinkro shim ballot papers ni jane no. For over 1 hour 13 minutes. Leadership of parliament. Eye ose chairman sabunsu eye MPP leadership no any NDC leadership no any the clerk of parliament ko share them omo koye no and NDC for no proposal is say MPP ebo eye Orajo Wise din for first deputy speaker omo challenge omo abe second it was o kan no ose chairman sa kan say omo nominate member of parliament for Bekwai Eso onye first deputy speaker no eye NDC ni eye Haruna Idrisu and a second motion na chairman saye no NDC for no instead of omudi Dominican na ya tete se mframam so ono no omde ne beba no rather say omudi eye Formina MP no so that would mean say Formina MP no so no oje tumu because obibo udin na wanyi antumu a speaker ne beka say yabo udin obi asori say wono ohwe a wo se fata say obra ebeye deputy speaker krata wonsa hyase a wagye atum say obeba abeye no ewei once a formina MP ni de koye ne de na chese oje tumu ese wapene say NDC for money din ese o meye second deputy speaker what that motion no so a nipa o second day sa formina MP no Abraham Ntakabo ni din no eye MPP for nipa omo ayi no so obeye deputy leader in the house eye Ora Afanyo marking ne just say honso na consensus about ho so I'm asking myself say a day in a man NDC for sisa o madwene say omo ankasa hu nipa eye Dominican ni na na ate so omo de ne beko second deputy speaker no omo amfa na anko ne mom omo ko fa eye Formina MP no so from what is happening no now Abansuman Kingsford Babin aba be speaker of Ghana's parliament Joe Seusu abaye first deputy speaker and then your second deputy speaker eye Ora Esiama afa na meba ne na wo ka no so Ora Esiama akase obe tuaba anase obe aligning with MPP but from what has happened in Abansuman Kingsford Babin win no untimi nyi obi ani wo fie ho eduru abato na untimi nji obi a eni e wo fie ho
okay my honorable Ben Abdallah Banda offensive south immediate past MP entwetwe common say fasa anyoma wi wa obe ti ase obenyu ti menka good morning
no minia
na pom ti say
boko edanyame ase official pass so
afin come to ye I mean honorable minim se sade CA o monitor ebiasi pen na MPs muni kokosa
ebi sida in the first time since 1992, BBC exists. I Speaker of Parliament here. Or no free opposition party mwaba. Ebi crampon see that. And honestly speaking, since here minimum can say I was shocked. I've been shocked. I've been scandalized. But when I can about 2 years, over 20 young fan say MP before the crowd majority. Into at all cost to know you're burying it. And I said, you know, Macassa, or more jetums of my trabano, and my any pie than a crow. As you see, na Minyan in tear, say, Sana and Rania Papa Trabano Campono. Not ending to him, say, and cough on 3 and Trabano. Ah, not woman for sure. But said, na yes, I him, and as in him. And no, dear, I don't know. I'm very shocked.
Wow.
Because party dear, and then your party no a
Honorable Mamin Tihona see, or say, Sisiana Wunyan Crase, Namu Nim se MPP 4 137 Imumiensa and Tuabano.
Yeah, 12 baby. And I, Minyan and Tiasa, and not NDC for Nim set, and Melania Papa Tuabano, you say, and for Trento, and to my end.
Wow.
No, meaning. But here, dear, no, you need. You're probably in a media information, you know. It is a lot of more upward Ryan cook for them, 8 minutes and Sankasa. Mammy and Sanka, Muso, but Trabaneti. And in from the benefit of a hand type, no. NDC for commerce, no meaning Piazza White. No meaning Domaye. No meaning Nia or Minya. But that is politics for you. You be a bit me.
But
yes, you know, and I was saying, we have to make do with the situation. Now, Speaker of Parliament, in the position, a mood, because he's the number 3 most important person in the country now. Who is president, who is vice, who are on the president, every and household will be. Because president must work with him. Because without parliament, executive can function. And without the executive function, the speaker can, parliament can function. These are 2 institutions, come together to govern the nation. So it's a very tricky situation.
Honorable boy say no kokos sen ye benya say wine penny wine event akoda wine majority wine minority say baby ayedri e kire sen.
On speakership it doesn't affect majority no minority no. Majority no is determined by a number of seats yeah majority so and you see 137 MPP 137 NDC 137 independent one, but me who says independent not here in China. And it's independent not the kind of who they are 138 until we will have the majority.
Na it say independent na ya the second deputy speaker no ultimate tuaba ana
speaker and Kasan main speaker and tuaba abamba being on tuaba because when you're a member of parliament. But first and second deputy speakers, yeah, Omuye MPs, Omutwaba. But the woman say first deputy speaker or second deputy speaker, Ekotina Akunyenumu as first deputy speaker, let's say, or presided over parliamentary affairs there on Twaba.
Oh,
okay. On Twaba. This we see Abba form, Abba the members of our son or Tumia Twaba. And it's a cock the speaker to coin. Let's ordinate Chija first deputy speaker. Let's a first deputy speaker Tiakunyam. Let's say it drew a year twaba. Let's say MPP a short twa. Won't me improve Mamma twaba.
I know yes, sir. Okay, once you become the speaker at that particular proceedings, Nadia, untimin twaba.
And I say if any other person Diano echo act as a speaker on twaba. As a member of parliament, untimin twaba.
That's interesting.
It's a tricky situation.
Na yenim sɛ Ghana mmerɛ no president ɛwɔ sɛ oyi ministers dodoɔ no free parliament. Sɛ oyi dodoɔ no a yenim sɛ ministers adwuma yi ɛnyɛ dodoɔ no na monya brɛ ɛba parliament. Sɛ baabi a ɛduru kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ dɛn a NDC foɔ bɛnya control parliament ana?
It depends on how you look at it. Your bad still now, MPP will have a majority in parliament, except that say your ba beto aba abano is very critical. This MPP ministers in your omba parliament. Say what to cramp I was over. And I won't say anything in car in speaker from my side because a toda let's say you beto aba let's say members in so speakers ni agene. So yeah who debate we now so decision taking in the bekoda say senabaya parties in bit ma mobilize members na ama o ma betina kwenyam aba chamber ni abeto aba. But so share speaker on your objective, and I say their partisan consideration in all one. Let's say a cockabassa year, twaba, not in favor the ruling government of the Casayanto. Because Ocasayanto, his decision is final. Oh, let's say Tuna, ABIA case, a very important policy, a binding day back. A bit near Boagan of Unina, by a twaba butugu are binding to me implemented. So it's a tricky situation. But your umpire said, yes, a learning curve. Am I na Speaker of Parliament, but in terms of knowledge, experience, institutional memory, dear, or credit. Because fortunately, not the committee as a member of the Committee on Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs. He's knowledgeable. He's very experienced. He's intelligent. I do want to do bit my arm also. But if you are the ASN, all my partisan and also the nationalistic affairs of consideration. In the interesting times ahead of us in Parliament.
Okay. Honorable, well, to say President, your best way in normally activity in a design. Some President Afina. Yeah, did 2 minutes ebe sending sano. Activities ni na den ni den ne wosi esi den ne wose Ghana for share ni mu. Ebe di say ana no so ye ba be chebiem.
Oh, time we said that the main activity ni is swearing of the president. Na the na condition precedent we did kan ye and the election of the speaker no. Na ya swear members of parliament in. Because the ideal speaker and swear members of parliament in into swear president in. Because president is sworn before members of parliament. Now, and speaker so swear members of parliament elect in and sign on me afa omu positions as members of parliament. And to the boss who and swearing in of the president is going to be difficult. And once a year and they are an event master. Major activity will be about say yes to a president in, and the president will be sworn in by the Chief Justice. If you and I think they're only a deal, and one.
Honorable Afide Boami Bim. Say President, just say on this Speaker of Parliament, so per wumpo. Also mufa adwin bom normally some a majority there menim say dodo na ya nan kasese bi ekom. I'm sure say Ghana for dodo na so any agide ekoso because they feel like eto de bi na ye kasa de we de mamo nkwaji ntum esanse mo majority no akoye ye sam mre mfoni na atwei musua bibi afrim.
Oh, it's a big lesson for Ghana democracy. And a political party will have to set up because the time of the moment we say the committee or Yabatu Ubi Ujini say be away the way and the party name of Obama may always disappointing because of ABI name be a Tiano and a name be a wire and an home. And it's a lesson for the two political parties, the major political parties. And Speaker will have to work with President. And then the President will have to work with the Speaker. Because Speaker, President, and leadership of the House. And you may know, so far as Parliamentary Juma is concerned. Because maybe about I also Speaker aware. Say BBC winning a day, but now not aware and I don't know it's about bedroom. Or because the business of the committee business committee in Parliament a leadership and a constitution. The answer the Speaker is already aware. And I was a leadership, President, Speaker, and Kofomi and Sam must always work together. And once Speaker may free the minority side, we cannot but work with them because you can't also unseat the Speaker. It's almost impracticable because so obviously we Speaker through we can have 3/4 of all members of Parliament. 3/4, which is almost impracticable. And that is how it is.
Wow. Say dear, Obi Busa say a Japan din na busuafo na Ghana for kano. Nji say no mo de be fa hin Japan din na busuafo na MPP for mo de be fa hin na say they are tunsu.
Eno de minim be dia eno EBCC say afina 8 Parliament e ba sha say nti afina ye ba be follow na ye hu e bia programs and the policies here ebeba mrese bejemne laws eba any agreement eba mrese bejafo eba be yehu adwuma until and unless you bedru hono it will be difficult for me to say ebia japadi ni say na be na say na be. But what I can say is that there are interesting times ahead of us, a lot of interesting times ahead of us. And what I also foresee is that tension any mfansa manson beba message jumpa manson bibi kete krampa enu ka say the manson ba na betimi the manson aba nti ehwe di
Honorable Boamekakra legally yenimse asin north issue by Emmanuel court release ontimin kase oye MP elect and a man in declare no bibia. But waba betuaba yaswe in 275. We were expecting at least 274. Me share dantiase I can't think far. Me so boy.
Say no quarry say high court the injunction atono so. Yeah no quarry ya can kind. Yeah 7 or so. Let's say to be contemptuous of the order of the court Obekwamia swear in, but who say Ghana the Mrani Ejuma, Kabimam Kabia Mamoni, the rule of law na Ejuma. And and the more I was say near day as someone court the petitioner no, and I said na lawyer for you no. I think that appropriate time no. Ombeye afahu na Emrakwaya was say Yadena Faso say indeed and in fact the order no man and Obu court na nimtia a call me a sell every swear in India. I think that he has a case to answer.
But honorable utie de womu kan technicalities womu so kan nature say sa MP leti asin nofi wan court ena yan seven no clerk of parliament mum ne seven into ono no yan seven ni bibia enti na mu ka say the court ne kana onte ye eno nso legally na ewo mrakwam so betimi akasa wo bra yenyan servo no ana ye servo clerk of parliament eno ano no
there be say one court na all the trees wanya we na yan servo na dia and then he has no case to answer. That is the legal implication. Say Impo or tin radio so tinabonti crampona and no it's not enough. Once a order of the court say ubuswa yetimi chwa so wo hodi yetimi chwa so wo ho ne de emran kire serve one kasa personal service. Untimi fan konkoma obi. But then could na court one na court na ken kan dia any court na nim wate. Nti eno no ye enough. Nti so ko ekoye anything contrary to the court wa kan dia anyway book court na nim tia.
Na se ne lawyer nso ye serve ne lawyer. Eno nso eno ono obetimi akati ye serve lawyer by 17 me ana emremu no se ye serve lawyer eno ano no.
For this particular order na dia we say ye woni a ye dem lawyer ene dia e okay e say ye ya serve ena ye woni a e wo say ye dem ono an kasa cause eno no asotwe ewu se wubusu a we know the lawyer nye enough. What the must speak nye enough. This all the ma or the show one person. Yes.
Hey, honorable. Emre no na ekuta mo nso na mo technicalities am tim de fa hana mo de fa nso ye na ye ho kodi asemu anka mo atwe aso left and right sa. Hey, mo ya de o.
Sa na mra tie.
Enti say no the court ne kire say nano Adamusa candidate bi they say or dual citizen or Canada new ye way ye nim say wo court there but emremu pa no dentina so be Canada ana Ghana ni a ye ma ho kwan because minim Ghana for mutimi kwa America or Ghana ni or America ni otimi to aba Ghana otimi to aba wo America die nkwanti die nkwa ne mane ye huhu say obi ye Canada no ye Ghana ni a ontimi to aba wo Ghana wo bro no so ye Ghana ni
Ghana ye mra na Canada unse ye mra no crowd no say who will do some position na person Obama say be just resign enti ye mra no na Canada and I think that the rationale behind it is say parliamentary position be a very key because no can the three arms of government certain key decisions be wa mo be tiki efa o man ho to that crampo information be wa ubenya so we ordinary person anya dia on sabeka information a be border on the security of the state on sabetimi aka ebia for instance I quite remember say nansi ye ne kandapa echia through the defense and interior committee ma certain national security information or done the no when you member of parliament here enya dia won sabeka enti say oye Ghana ni na say oye Canada ni yes that's a loyal no more to Canada than Ghana that's a unya information be sensitive e fact Canada ho a so betim dia koma wo mu enti we need I think the major rationale behind almost say ukra dual citizenship untimi nya dan untimi nya member of parliament emanenye ye ba ebinum so call for the abolition of samra no say there be enya dia fair because we do ha ukra dual but now so the contribution or yenwo Ghana hanum no adults ne so ani nti adentina ye discriminate say we ukra dual dia obeye mesebejani wo ha enya de be ye nti that debate is also ongoing but when I think the rationale and butaya the framers of the constitution is general so ka say ukra double citizenship wa we ye mesebejani a enye ji se wore na so ba kono enye na obi ehun say your loyalty to Ghana is unalloyed. As I said, Bibia Mekan Tosini, Ewoquan Biaso.
Honorable Nhyira, I'm sure say proceedings in Econo, Wadao, my best friend, Jawabo, Emrasemu Kakra, Yanko Shao.
Yo, Mr. Madam.
Now, what for Parliament, Anna?
Oh, Parliament is an interesting place, but I want me and chaos, want me in chaos. So a daddy day, Parliament is interesting. 8 Parliament will be very interesting. But the also actual proceedings here a bill fold. in no distant future.
All right. Honorable Nhyira. Honorable Ben Abdallah Bandana Oteninka, outgone MP for Offenso South, and Yeneno Chichi and Comono. 1-2-1-2-1-2-1-2. Okay, enti enche you cross over, but maybe CCA.
Protect and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And that I will do right. I will do right to all manner of persons. To all manner of persons. In accordance with the Constitution of Ghana. In accordance with the Constitution of Ghana. And the laws and conventions. And the laws and conventions of Parliament. Of Parliament. Without fear. Without fear. Or favor. Or favor. Affection. Affection. Or ill will. Or ill will. To help me God. So help me God. Congratulations.
Boamo aka wuso maboche nkoma bodompo a nurse wo mamu brahye bedwafie brahye bedwafo a yato abayi wo mo so ya wo panyifo wo na ebeda wo ma no ene chiame na ebeyi na ho nsama ene o mafo di ho bobo ni ho trepo yi na ajabo ejanya beduru ye se santan ene anopa ya na ne efire no anwumre anadwo konko ene brahye bedwafie de na etoso enso wo mu bu ni kom se yepon na ntifu no apegyafo saso na soso a eja